Okay, hi everyone. It's day 3 after surgery from the laparoscopic inguinal hernia. I had that fixed on Friday. It is now Monday, May the 14th, 2018. So it's been a few days. So today I'm going to be taking the bandage off, and I figured that I'd film it so we could see kind of what it looks like underneath, and you can kind of come with me through the process. I guess before I take the bandage off, some things I have noticed. So day 1, the first night that I came home from the hospital, was really sore. It was really hard to sit or to move too much. Ab area kind of hurt a bit. Also, that night, every half hour, I was waking up to go to the washroom. So sleep was really disrupted. The following night, so the Saturday to Sunday, was a lot better. I was able to sleep throughout the whole night and only woke up once. I did take half of one of the pain reliever tablets that they gave me, which I think were Tylenol 3s. I don't feel like I needed it, but I took it because I kind of wanted to and hoped that it would help me to have a better sleep. And I guess maybe it did help. I don't know. Point is, I only woke up once throughout the night, and pain was less that day as well, throughout the day. And then last night's sleep, same thing. I think I only woke up maybe once, Sunday night going into Monday. So sleep is much easier now than it was the first night, as well as being the third day. Walking is pretty much fine for the most part. Going upstairs, every once in a while I get a little bit of a pinch, like a bruising kind of feeling, but for the most part it's healing up very well. I'm able to move around and do a lot of things. I still wouldn't recommend trying to pick anything up. Bending over to tie a shoe or even to put pants on is still kind of sore and still hurts. Again, it just feels like your abs have been really worked out. Unfortunately, that isn't what actually happened, but that's what it feels like. I've also noticed a bit of some pain in the shoulders a little bit. I don't know if that's related or not. It also, again, kind of feels like you've been doing arm workouts or something. I don't know if that's related. I feel that with the tape on, that much tape, I naturally want to kind of slouch just a little bit so that it doesn't pull, as opposed to standing up completely straight. Like even right now, I can feel it kind of pulling and stretching. So I think maybe that natural slouching a little bit to ease the pull on the tape is probably what's causing my shoulders to hurt a bit. But again, it's minor, and I only really notice it at night. One thing I would recommend is they gave me a prescription for the Tylenol 3s and these stool softeners. I would recommend taking at least the stool softeners, because when you're in there in surgery, they put a whole bunch of stuff in you, and it could kind of cause some things to flow a little slower than they should. And so I found that out, and I would recommend taking the stool softeners. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, just to make things easier, to get things flowing out faster. There was one video I watched on YouTube of another guy, older guy, who had a surgery, same thing, and he complained about pretty much extreme constipation, and that was something I was kind of worried about. So I didn't take anything the first day, and started thinking maybe it'd be a good idea to actually take them, and so I did, and since then everything's been working out fine. Really, I'm actually kind of surprised at how fast and how quickly the pain seems to be minimizing. Like with every day, there's noticeable, I feel better. Other than like bending over to pick up shoes or put on shoes and stuff, which is still kind of sore. Laying down in bed has gotten easier. Rolling over is also much easier. Still a little sore. One thing the doctors did say, and here's the part where this video might get a little bit weird, but one part that they did say before I left the hospital was that given the location of where the hernia was, so it's kind of like, in my case, was to the left of the groin area, that there may be some swelling or some soreness to your left nut, or in my case, left nut, because it was on the left side. And so that I have noticed, actually. So if you don't want to hear about nuts, you should probably pause the video at this point, or fast forward slightly. But anyways, that is something I've noticed, is a little bit of soreness on the left nut. It's almost like a pulling. It's still there. It's not as bad as it was the last couple of days, but it is still there. And I've noticed like a slight kind of bruising on the lower part of the nut and kind of the upper side. I assume that that's normal. It hasn't really been looking like it's getting any worse. The pain has been going away slowly. Again, it just feels like a bruising or a gentle pulling, but it is the most annoying part so far, because that's what's kind of sore when walking. or when trying to bend over too far. So any kind of pressure on there or anything, it sort of just feels like you're pissing off a bruise, basically, or having your nut pulled a little bit. The hospital did recommend don't wear boxer shorts or wear briefs. I don't actually own briefs, so I've had to kind of improvise. I got some old, like, almost kind of like, I don't know, compression shorts or something like that. I got them when I was in the Army. And so I found it like hiking them up. They stay fairly firm, keep everything where it's supposed to, and helps it to be more comfortable. So yeah, I guess let's get to it. I'm gonna pull this bandage off, probably slowly. I'm just gonna tie the shirt on. I'm gonna zoom in a bit so that you can see. Just bear with me. I'm not an expert at making videos. Photography is more my thing. I tried to wipe off a lot of the coloring that dye stuff they put on you in the hospital. There's still some here and along the side and then down the lower area. But yeah, all right, let's start pulling this bandage off. Oh man, this is like quite uncomfortable feeling. These things stick on really good. So again, there's 3 wads of gauze. There's one here, and then this really dark one, which I'm pretty sure is full blood. So let's do this. See what this looks like. Hopefully it's not nasty. They said that 2 days after surgery you can pull the bandage off. I waited until the 3rd day. It's still pretty early on Monday, so. Oh, man, this tape just sticks. Is this stuff like owned by duct tape or something? Oh, that hurt. Yeah, another tip. I definitely recommend shaving like around your belly button and the whole area before going in for surgery. I'm kind of grateful that I did that, because pulling tape off if you were more hairy would really suck. I thought that maybe if I put some rubbing alcohol on part of it that it would like dissolve the sticky stuff, but that didn't actually work. I did try that a little earlier. So we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and pull it. Oh. All right, let's go with this one on the right here and see what it looks like first. I imagine there'll be some discoloration. I have no idea how big the incisions are. Ooh, okay, it's coming. I should have brought some scissors. Okay, that's not too gory looking or anything. Just a couple pieces of tape on there. You know, I'm going to try to zoom in on that. Bear with me again, please. Turn the autofocus back on. Come on. Yeah, so you can see it's just this kind of like brown little cut. Actually, it looks like it's maybe like almost the length of an index fingernail. Actually doesn't look that bad. Alright. Let's keep taking this stuff off. Alright, that's one out of the way. One on the left, same idea. Looks like it leaked or bled a little bit more, but otherwise not bad. This is the one that I expect will be the gross one if they're gross at all. Oh yeah, that looks really gross. It's like directly beneath the belly button. And there's a lot of dry blood there. It's not, I mean, it looks worse than it actually is, especially on camera because you can't see it as clearly as I can. So obviously that's my belly button. There's tape going in it. There's some of that yellow. So I'm just going to zoom in on it so you can see. Trust me, it doesn't look as bad as it does on camera. Unless you're super squeamish, then it probably looks horrible. Alright, let's just Give me a sec. Yeah, so strip of tape here, strip of tape here, strip of tape there. That is belly button. It's just all bloody tape. It really does not look that bad to me from here. Very sticky. You can see the dye again, all that red, that pink. That's that dye. Yeah, so they said I have to wait 7 days before taking that tape off, so I'm just not going to touch that. Let's just let it do its thing. That would be the bigger incision. Yeah. So, got these like 3 little black marks. That's kind of cool. Right? Chicks dig scars? Yeah, probably not there. Anyways, so that's what that looks like. Okay. Feels okay. Feel like I can stretch up a little more without having to have that tape there, so hopefully that helps with that shoulder pain I talked about earlier. Yeah, okay, so that's video number 2. Again, it's been 3 days since the surgery, so Saturday, Sunday, and today's Monday. Surgery was on Friday. And yeah, that's what it looks like. That's how it feels. The left nut, like I said, is still kind of sore. I can kind of feel that pulling right now, actually. That's what it looks like without the bandage. I hope this video is educational for anyone else who's going to get an inguinal hernia repair. Yeah, it feels fine so far. I think what I'm going to do eventually is when I take this tape off, the plan is to rub some, I got some huge aloe plants growing. I'm going to put some aloe on there because that's supposed to help with reducing scars and healing the tissue and area somehow. I guess I haven't been doing anything special in the meantime in terms of like taking extra vitamins or proteins or any of that stuff. I made some cinnamon pills, some turmeric pills, just take a couple a day, some orange juice, and some aloe vera juice. But otherwise, really, my diet is still the same. I had a thing of ice cream for breakfast this morning. That's not really the healthiest choice in the world, but whatever. And I think yesterday I had some Doritos and a can of Coke, which is a bad combination for breakfast. But anyways, yeah, so I haven't been doing anything special. Feeling fairly good, feeling okay, just a little sore still. I'll make another video probably in a couple days or a few days to show the progress and what it looks like. I'm gonna like try and get this all off in the shower, and the dye and stuff, so clean it up. I may take some pictures and stick them to these videos, may not, we'll see. Anyways, that's video number 2. Hope this helps. And yeah, thanks again. Bye.